we've all been faced with those situations where there's something we have to do or sort of obligated to do, but we just want to get out of, not for any legitimate reason other than the fact that we just can't be arsed, and we come up with an excuse to get out of it. And you know, a valid excuse could be something like, oh, I can't make it because I won't be in the area at the time, or I won't be able to make it for simplified reasons. A minimalistic excuse that, you know, makes sense and is to the point and just pushes the issue away. But something about the human brain which I find interesting and problematic when it is on my behalf is when we have to make an excuse, our brain doesn't jump to the simple, oh, I can't make it because I won't be there on time if I were to leave when I could. Our brain comes up with these convoluted 10-step jumping, thrown through loops, excuses that we spurt out without thinking, without being rational, and we try to justify a simplistic want of avoidance with just such a bullshit excuse. And this is sort of the same application as that old liar's tale that a lie will over-explain and give too many details to solidify a lie when it only, you know, dissociates himself further from the truth. It's, you're more likely to believe someone speaking succinct than is speaking so frequent and rapidly and with so much information that it feels like they're trying to convince themselves as much as you. And with these excuses, because they are so outlandish, you are trying to convince yourself because it's come out your mouth when you didn't want it to, and you realise when it's on you, just jumped off your tongue, how ludicrous of an excuse it is, but you have to run with it because it's come out and you can't jump from one excuse to another without baiting yourself as a liar. And I don't know what this is. That is some part of the brain that chooses the more colourful, fantastical excuses rather than just the minimalistic, can't make it because A, B and C, rather than I can't make it A, B, C, the whole rest of the alphabet, all the numbers and the Greek letters. It's just, I think the brain is just preset to a sort of deep, more extended thinking. It's, you know, not within the logic side of the brain to make these quick snap decisions of simple implication. The brain doesn't want to just, you know, say something simple, doesn't want to do something simple, doesn't want to, you know, just take the easy route, the easy excuse, because the brain is such a complex thing. And we get this in computers as well. Really, really complex quantum computers, when given a task, a simple task, take for example, will go around the longest possible route because that is what satisfies, which is a poor term to use for a computer, but it's what satisfies every aspect of the processing power. And the brain, you know, can actually feel satisfaction. So it does bring into that actual satisfaction, but also usage of every processing power. The brain wants to be used because it's a big mushy machine in of itself, and it will take routes that involve the most part of the brain, because the brain isn't thinking like you're thinking, which sounds like a contradiction of, I just want to get out of it. Your brain itself only wants to be used. It only wants to turn on its power. It's like a light wants to be on. Every single light in the brain wants to be on, and when every single light in the brain comes on, simplicity, minimalism go out the window, and you get, oh, I couldn't come because a dog ate my sister and I had to go to a funeral because my sister I'm in her will and everything is going wrong if I don't go because I'm talking so fast and it's rapid and I don't know, and I'm making up things as I go because my brain is working so hard and I want to do this but I want not to do this and I'm getting out and oh, I'm so sorry. And you just trip up yourself and are absolutely baited at that point. And that's entirely on you, but less on you and more on your brain's cognitive, unconscious reactions, because the brain can be a dick at times, even though it is a part of you. It wants to work, full stop. It doesn't want to work with you. The brain just clicks and beeps and bops, regardless of how you feel outside of cognitive emotion. Feelings and brain not compatible, just running alongside each other. Almost always succinctly, but not often, because the brain, don't get me started, I don't even know how it works, honestly. I'm just baffled and waffling and had a situation where I tried to get out something and really fucked myself over with a really convoluted excuse, and that's why I'm chatting about this.